Okay, so this is a wee bit of a bonus feature. So today I'm going to have a go fitting this steering wheel. It's a BMW aftermarket item, carbon fibre, and we're going to fit it to this BMW 430D. So really quickly, all I've done is went into the back, disconnected the battery, and going to move forward. And the next stage is going to be to get the airbag off. So on the back of the steering wheel, in these wee holes, if you push the screwdriver in sideways, then it pushes a wee spring clip and it'll release the airbag. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's what you're left with. The plug for the airbag, which I'm going to disconnect, and then the airbag comes away complete. And then, as you can see in the background there, you've got your nut holding the steering wheel on. So I'm going to go ahead, I think that's a 16mm, disconnect the airbag, and I'm going to remove it away from the car. That's why the battery's disconnected. And then undo that nut, and we'll take it off and have a look. So yeah, airbag's very simple, just that small black plug, and as you can see on it, there's just a wee bit to push down, and it unclips from there. Incidentally, that's how you would replace your airbag on an accident damaged car as well. That's just usually what happens is this plug here will get damaged. It gets a lot of heat through it, but obviously it's fine in this. Then it comes with that plug, so you usually need that bit of the wiring loom as well with the actual airbag itself, and it's all enclosed in there. So that's across all the BMW models. So I'm going to go ahead just with a, as I said, 16mm socket, loosen off this nut, and then we'll remove the steering wheel. So what I like to do with this is actually loosen the nut off, but I don't pull it right off, because sometimes steering wheels can be quite difficult to remove. And it means when you're pulling back, what I tend to do is hit my hands on them and pull the steering wheel back. If you try to do that and you're putting a lot of force on it, you end up with it hitting you in the chest. So I'll leave the nut on. This is actually, there's plenty of play in this. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this nut off and remove the steering wheel, and then we'll put the other one on and have a look. Actually forgot to add, this wee plug is going to have to come out as well. And again, there's a wee tab on top. You just push it down very slightly with a screwdriver and pull it out. And that'll allow us to bring the steering wheel off. Also noting, I should have said, I'll go back again. On the steering wheel, if you just look in, you can see a small line that levels up on the steering wheel with a wee arrow. You can ever just see it ever so faintly there. But just ensure whenever you're going to take the steering wheel off, particularly in older cars, that you have the steering straight. Gives you a bit of a guide to go on, although these BMWs have like a wee mark for doing it. So I've went ahead, this is a bit cleaner, so you can see, let me get my pointer, a small line here, lined up with that small line there. So that just ensures the steering wheel's going on straight, you know where it's going to go. And then we're obviously going to replace this plug in here, airbag into here, and then there is a OBD plug which goes in, which sends a feed to this steering wheel, because the steering wheel actually has lights on it. So this is all new to me. We'll get a look and see what way it's finished. So I'll go ahead, as I say, push this plug back in, push the airbag plug back in. Then the airbag is actually on, so when we push the holes in here, this is what we're pushing. We push these springs in, which allows the small studs on the airbag. The spring clips around that line, they're in this wee line around here. So all we're doing whenever we put that screwdriver in is we're pushing the spring out of the way of that, which allows it to come out, and believe it or not, that's all that holds the airbag in. So these buttons and things inside the steering wheel, they stay where they are. These are for the controls. So we'll put the nut back in and we'll torque it up, give it a good tighten, and plug everything back in, and then we'll have a look at the steering wheel. We'll put the battery back on. Incidentally, when you unplug the battery at the back, don't close your boot down. Hopefully it's not too late for that, because obviously you need access to the battery again, and you're going to struggle getting through the back seats to do that. So we'll go ahead and say fit the nut, fit the screws and bolts back in here, and everything needs all the plugs, and then take a look at it. Okay, just a wee quick thing I noticed. So this plug wasn't coming far enough across to plug in there. So it's going to be very hard to see. It's just in case you buy one of these. But there's a small plug just up in here where my screwdriver was. So the wire was actually trapped in behind that, and I had to unplug that just to give myself a bit of play. So I'm not sure of the make of this steering wheel, but it might be something to check just to make sure you have the amount of cable required to go back into the slot. And that's the nut back on and everything nice and secure. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll push the airbag plug back in, and then it's just a matter of pushing the airbag, locating these and just popping it in until you feel it click, and then that should be it. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll put the battery back on. Okay, so that's the small plug pushed in, and now that's that in place. That's us popped in, a couple of clicks. So we'll put the ignition on and have a look and see what it looks like. Okay, so steering wheel fitted, and yeah, it looks very well. Got some lights here, which I'm going to solve here hopefully in a second. So yeah, quite a nice upgrade from the standard wheel. Red leather and carbon fibre. So last piece of the puzzle, there's a little OBD attachment comes with it. And I'm led to believe that by fitting this will transmit the signals required for this, which it seems to be doing. So we'll start it up and see what it actually does. Okay, so finally fitted and working. This looks like it's flickering, but it's just the camera playing tricks. So I've got revs there, I have my speed, you can set timers, turbo boost, battery voltage, water temperature, lots of functions there. There's lap timer, God knows what you would want all that for anyway, but and this then is like a shift light. This holds for your revs on the engine on both sides. So pretty straightforward in the end. The dongle has to stay in, and what you actually have to do is hold the two buttons. These are buttons, these wee triangle bits. So once you do them, they control, you actually have to hold them on and power the steering wheel with the car when you start it off. So that's it basically. As you can see, the revs counting. So hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Just a wee quick feature just to show you, and hopefully that would encourage you to have a go at it yourself. Nothing too difficult with it all. A few wires needing adjusted and bits and pieces like that, but there you go. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if it helped you out. Cheers, bye.